Hello there. I see that you have decided to stop and click on my video. Before I get started on it, if you'd mind giving this video a thumbs up, and if you're interested in more 7 Days to Die content, also considering dropping a subscribe, that would really help me out. So, you're here because you want to play 7 Days to Die, the Wasteland mod, and you're not exactly sure how that's going to work out because typically the installation of this mod is a little bit different than other mods because it has mod dependencies. Alright, so the first thing you can do is go on over to 7daystodiemods.com and you can look for the one that is the-wasteland, or you can search for it either one, and you'll end up on this page here. Now, installing the Wasteland mod is a little bit different than the other mods, like I said, because there are some mod dependencies that you'll need to install along with it. Whenever you're on this page here, you can see that this mod is built on S-Core, NPC mod, full auto launcher, and also the random main menu background. You will need all of those other ones in order to make it work. So here are the files that you should end up with. You'll of course want to grab the Wasteland mod itself on that page as well, but you should have the mods A20 main, the Wasteland, the random main menu background, 0 S-Core, X NPC core, and the full auto launcher whenever you're done. You're going to want to go ahead and extract each one of these into their own folder. Now, once they're each in their own folder, what you're going to want to do is make sure that you are careful that whenever you go into that folder, that you don't see this right here. Inside of that folder, there's often going to be another folder that has the files inside of it that you need. And if you extract that folder into your mods folder, which is the destination of all these folders, it's not going to work because there's another level. What you want to make sure is that whenever you go into that folder, that there is a folder that contains this file right here, modinfo.xml, because that's the thing that makes it all work. Now, next up, something that I like to do personally, I don't like to drop mods into my native 7 Days to Die folder where I play the vanilla version. Instead, I like to come to this folder, select all of these with no mods folder present, copy all of them, and then I like to put them into their own separate folder. Now this right here is my games folder, and as you can see up here, I have a 7 Days to Die Undead Legacy one, which I installed the same way. So what you're going to do is when to come over here, make a new folder, and we'll just name this one 7 Days to Die Wasteland. Now, you're going to enter this folder right here and all the files that you copied from the 7 Days to Die folder in your Steam library. You want to go ahead and just paste those files in there and then wait for your computer to go ahead and move them over, which should be a copy of them, not cutting them and pasting them here, but copying and pasting them here with no mods folder. Or it could be an empty mods folder, either one, but you don't want anything in there. Because often whenever you're loading mods, the load order makes a big difference. So you want to make sure that any mods you want to install alongside of the one that you're using are compatible together, which is why I like to separate them out into different folders, because it's a little easier to do testing and troubleshooting if something isn't working, if they're all separate. So once that's done moving over and copying over, you're going to head back to the folder or the zip files or whatever, if you haven't done that yet, where you have the S-Core, NPC Core, full auto launcher, the Wasteland mod itself, and the random main menu background as well. And enter each one of those folders, and then here you can cut it, especially if they're all in the same folder, and then paste it where the original is at. Because again, what you want to make sure of is that whenever you open these up here, that you can see this modinfo.xml, because that's what's going to make all of them work. Now, underneath the Wasteland, same thing, modinfo.xml. So you'll want to take this folder right here and put it along the rest of these. Now, these 5 folders here are now going to go into your 7 Days to Die Wasteland copy that you made. So now that we're back in this folder, we're going to go right click here, make a new folder, name it mods, and then we'll enter that folder and we're going to drop all these files in here that we're looking for. Now you can go back here and you can start 7 Days to Die for this particular instance from here. But before I do that, I also like to take an extra step here, and I like to come to my launcher over here, and you see how it says 7 Days to Die Undead Legacy up here in the corner. So what you're going to do is go to Games, add a non-Steam game to the library, and then we're going to go ahead and browse to that folder that I just made, 7 Days to Die Wasteland, and then we'll select the 7 Days to Die application that is located within that folder. And then we can go ahead and add this selected program. And what it will do is it is going to create another 7 Days to Die instance here, but that's going to be the Wasteland. So we can go into the properties of it and we can go ahead and rename it here, 7 Days to Die - Wasteland. And if we want it, we could also change the icon for it too. I haven't done that with Undead Legacy yet either, but you could also do that once you got it in there. So that's going to be how you install it. Now we can go ahead and click play from the Steam launcher, or we can go back to the folder where it is installed and we can double click the 7 Days to Die icon. But we did this for this step, so let's go ahead and click play here. And once you start it up and everything's working, ta-da, you will see the 7 Days to Die Wasteland background, and you're ready to play the 7 Days to Die Wasteland mod.